Just kill me were the words of a suspected DUI driver on the Grapevine Tuesday morning. Hello, I'm Carol Rock with your SCV NewsBreak for Tuesday, January 3rd. The CHP was alerted to a possible drunk driver in a big rig who was running vehicles off the southbound I-5 near Grapevine Road. Officers maneuvered ahead of the vehicle and deployed a spike strip at State Route 138. The driver refused to stop after running over the spike strips, causing the tires to catch fire. The suspect exited the vehicle and was taken into custody after officers subdued him using a non-lethal taser. The driver was determined to be under the influence of drugs and was booked into the Kern County Jail. A 37-year-old motorcycle rider was killed over the weekend when he crossed the double yellow lines on Bouquet Canyon Road to pass a slower-moving passenger car, just as the car started to turn left into a driveway. Samuel Choi of Saugus died Sunday morning from injuries he sustained after his 2009 Yamaha R1 racing motorcycle struck the rear of a 2010 Kia Forte. The collision ejected him and his vehicle over the Kia, resulting in the death of Choi and the complaint of injuries to the passengers of the Kia. Coming up after the break, 1,100 cyclists take to the streets of Santa Clarita to benefit a charitable cause.
33 years ago, our goal was simple. Build the best vehicles and once a year offer them with special savings. Today, it's an American tradition. Toyotathon is back with great deals on the Toyotas you've been waiting for. Right now, get a low 0% APR financing on select new Tundras. And drive with peace of mind thanks to Toyota Care, a complimentary maintenance plan with roadside assistance. Others have tried to copy it, but in the end, there's only one Toyotathon. The biggest and best sales event of the year is going on now.
A fire that may have been sparked accidentally by a resident welding a fence burned 5 acres of hillside in Acton Monday afternoon. The Aliso fire erupted shortly after 1 p.m. on a grassy hill dotted with juniper bushes and scrub oaks south of Bent Spur Drive. Winds of approximately 15 miles an hour pushed the flames in a southwesterly direction away from the ranch-style homes and onto state-owned land in Aliso Canyon.
It was just up top, and I didn't see no fire until I saw somebody run up my driveway with a shovel. And I said, "Hey, what are you doing?" He goes, "There's a fire in your back." I was like, "Holy cow!" It was really quite spread really fast.
Los Angeles County firefighters and inmate hand crews fully contained the brush fire at about 3 p.m. before it could spread into the Angeles National Forest. And now for the weather. We saw record high temperatures across Santa Clarita today. We reached 82 degrees for our high today. We'll continue to see unseasonably warm weather for the first week of 2012 as temps hover in the low 80s Wednesday and Thursday. We'll cool down Friday afternoon just in time for the weekend. Joining us in studio with our sports news is Dave Caldwell. Hey Dave, Happy New Year's. Good to see you.
Happy New Year to you, Carol. Yeah, absolutely. Thank you very much. And just in case you haven't had enough football this weekend, we're going to talk about the Semper Fidelis All-American Bowl in Phoenix, Arizona, where the top high school football players from across the country are playing. The 5-day event includes Drew Wolotarski from Canyon. In Monday's Combine, the Cowboys Junior was listed by 247sports.com as one of the top 10 performers among the 100 juniors participating in the bowl weekend. The report goes on to say the 6'2", 190-pound receiver is getting lots of attention and should be one of the more highly recruited players in the country in the class of 2013. If you were driving around the city during the day on New Year's Eve, you probably saw a lot of bicyclists. That's because 1,100 riders were participating in the Ride for Life with George Hincapie to benefit the Boys and Girls Club of the Santa Clarita Valley and Children's Hospital, Los Angeles.
Events like this get people out together to see similarities in who we all are, and we get to ride our bikes. And most of us as kids were lucky enough to have bikes as kids. And what better way to congregate, raise money for others, and enjoy the beautiful Santa Clarita Valley area than being out here for a Ride for Life.
Carol, George Hincapie is the only teammate Lance Armstrong had in all 7 of his Tour de France victories. So he was a big guy.
Well, that's very interesting. And he was here in town.
He's here in town, and it's part of a five-year agreement now. He'll be here for the next 5 years doing this.
Sounds great. It looked like a great event.
Yeah,
Thanks so much.
You bet. Thanks.
The Bridge to Home Emergency Winter Shelters Family Voucher Program, which provides temporary housing for homeless families in Santa Clarita, ran out of money today. The shelter's board of directors reached out to Santa Clarita Valley residents asking for donations, and the board successfully generated the approximately $20,000 needed to cover voucher program expenses for the rest of the season.
The community support is just, as always, amazing and inspiring. All the meals, all the lunches, all the volunteers, it's working very nicely.
Shelter organizers are now focusing their effort on Bridge to Home's long-term goal of expanding services from winter only to year-round. One day late, 2 weeks early, and absolutely perfect. Henry Mayo Newhall Memorial Hospital's first baby of 2012 is a healthy little girl born January 2nd at 12:24 p.m. Kylie Ann Gorse weighed in at 7 pounds, 4 ounces, and 20 inches. Born 2 weeks ahead of schedule, she's the second child of Lancaster residents Jennifer and Rich Gorse.
Definitely not expecting that.
Just happy that she's healthy.
Yeah.
Rather than selecting a family name for their newest addition, the young couple went high-tech.
Have an app on my iPhone. Scrolled through and
It is a
picked a couple. And then that one was the one that we liked the most.
The Antelope Valley couple chose Henry Mayo so the baby could be delivered by Dr. Nish. For more Santa Clarita news, log on to hometownstation.com or scvnews.com. Thank you for joining us. I'm Carol Rock.